Portfolio Manager, also at the Centre for Export. Very good morning to both of you. Chris, I'm going to start with you. You're the CEO. Just tell us a little bit about what the Centre for Export do.
The Centre for Export Development was established to help companies that are struggling in the South African market to get access to international markets. We started in 2008, and since then we've done a lot of trade missions to other markets in Africa and in Europe. We are focusing on the green economy. We also focusing on agriculture. We focusing on youth empowerment, to trying to get more youths involved in international trade.
What kind of businesses do you focus on? You mentioned agriculture. Give us an example of how you're actually assisting people on the ground.
Right now, we planning a trade delegation into Accra in Ghana in May next year. We taking about 15 wine manufacturers to Accra in Ghana to try and open up a market for them in the West African wine market. In the past, we've worked with companies and farmers in the citrus industry, trying to get them business in other markets like Asia and Europe. In the renewable energy space, we done the Green Economy Export Development Program, where we took about 22 companies now to Nigeria to try and get business in the renewable energy market. Because one thing we've noticed is that some products in South Africa, it's saturated. Like for you to get into the renewable energy market in South Africa, will take you a very long time. But in other markets, you find out that it's not an issue of do you have the capacity. It's an issue of is your product working. In Nigeria, we've signed an MOU with the state government for about 150 megawatts of solar power, which is still in progress. And one of the companies we went with in 2013 is discussing with the Federal Ministry of Power to supply about 1,000 units of 3 kilowatts solar home systems in Nigeria.
Well, obviously, as business development, I mean, a lot of this is about supply and demand. What is it that you think is in demand that South Africans can offer?
Well, our business actually provides corporate social investment, enterprise development, and skills development, particularly to young people. I actually saw a gap in the market to bring in private sector sponsorship. I don't think that there's no company that does not want to get a marketing opportunity from a project that will actually support the very roots of the people they're trying to target. So through the Center of Export Development, we've managed to lobby small SMMEs. Our first program was in Nigeria for the Nigeria Alternative Energy, which was endorsed by the Federal Ministry of Power. So every year we are increasing our client base, and we're looking to have more stakeholders on board.
You mentioned the SA Green Fair Expo. What is that?
This is going to be the first South African Green Fair Expo, which is taking place at Hartfeld Arena next year in March. Our target market will actually be people who are interested in saving money or energy saving costs, targeted directly to the consumer. So my role is actually to bring in sponsorship, exhibition stands. I've got a rich variation of connection and experience in dealing with people at multiple levels of business. And this has actually presented me with an opportunity to consolidate my position as an independent sponsorship consultant. So I was spotted by CED in Nigeria to bring me on board to assist them to solicit private sector sponsorship.
Chris, how do people get hold of you? There's a young entrepreneur sitting at home watching now. How do they get on board with you, and what are the sort of business requirements?
We have a website. We do advertise from time to time if there are opportunities, but the best place to get hold of us is on our website, www.ced.org.za.
And obviously, what are the sort of the requirements of young entrepreneurs in order to get assistance from you guys?
It has to be a South African company. Your products need to have local content up to 35%. Your turnover has to be less than 5 million. You've not exported before. Our program includes export coaching, whereby we take the company from where they are until we get them export ready, which includes getting them accreditations and certifications in the international market.
Well, thanks very much for joining us. Interesting. I'm chatting to Chris CED, he's CEO for the Centre for Export Development. Oli Malebane is the Business Development Manager there. So get onto their website if you're a young entrepreneur with those credentials. Get onto their website. They may be able to help you and send your business into Africa and send your business to further success. Chris and Oli, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Well, more than 1.5 million condoms will be